I'm Jeff Aken from Forterra. I'm the Communities Program Manager, and we're based in Seattle, Washington. As part of our mission, we had really focused on conserving lands and protected about 181,000 acres. And then about 10 years ago, really realized that the other half of the story is how we work in our communities. We'd worked on transfer of development rights, really looking at market-based solutions to prevent sprawl and focus growth in our cities, near transit, walkable neighborhoods. Part of the issue with transfer of development rights is they said we're getting this increased density in our cities, which we want, but we don't have money to pay for the infrastructure. So we really need infrastructure financing to provide those amenities that really go with that increased density to create the high quality of life. So the program really came about if you accept transfer of development rights, so this additional density in your cities that protects the forest and farmlands, then you can get access to infrastructure financing, which would then help provide those sidewalks, those parks, the other infrastructure needed, whether it's transportation infrastructure, urban amenities, other things, to really support that growth in a smart way. We really looked at what sort of combo could be made, what sort of win-win we could come up with to pair these two issues and really look at both our urban landscapes where we worked and also our rural landscapes. So for example, in South Lake Union, which is in Seattle, a redeveloping neighborhood, they are looking at using this tool and should generate about $27.5 million for infrastructure and protect about 25,000 acres of forest and resource land in the Puget Sound area. So the tool has a lot of potential upside to really help us shape growth and grow in a responsible manner and really focus growth around transit. In our work, we found this really connects well to the regional scale. So talking about how do we protect the health of Puget Sound, where does our drinking water come from, flood control, those type of issues. So these issues that keeping our forests, keeping our farms really help with, really connects it to our cities. We've seen in the past there's a tension over property rights and infrastructure funding goes to cities and the rural areas aren't getting things. So it's really showcasing that that relation and that a high quality of life depends on both the urban and the rural. As with all over the country, a lot of the farmers and the foresters are getting older and older, and they've seen their land as something that they are going to sell and retire on or fund their kids' college educations. It really has a family value to them and something they've counted on. So looking at transfer of development rights as a way where they can receive some of that value without developing it and keep that land in farming or forestry has really created that connection.